Hello everyone, welcome to the channel again. So today we'll be studying about our next literary theory, which is existentialism. Imagine you wake up one morning and you wake up with this feeling that why am I born in this world? What is my purpose? What am I supposed to do with my life? Who am I really? These all feelings didn't come because you had some bad exposure with something or you had some bad accident with things. It all just came and it felt very heavy, confusing all at the same time, and that feeling of being alone because you know that there is no one who can answer these all questions to you. That feeling, that is the starting point of existentialism. Now most philosophies before existentialism says that God created us, he had some purpose in his mind for us to do, he had something in our mind predetermined that we are going to do that, and that's why he created us. In that scenario, existentialism came into the structure, and it says that God just created us and he just threw us into the world. Now it's all on our own, that what do we do in our life to create the life with the things which we have in our mind of. It is all in our hands, that what type of life we want. It is all in our thoughts or actions, that what type of life we can create out of it. The most famous line of existentialism is existence precedes essence. Now, what does that line really mean? And where did it come from? It came from Jean-Paul Sartre. Most of the philosophers before existentialism, they used to believe certain way. They took an example of chair and they told that imagine a carpenter is about to make a chair. So he would have certain type of figure, certain type of things before in his mind, before making that chair. This human's lives is same as that of chair, because humans lives is designed by God in certain way, in the same way. First God had a purpose in his mind and then he created us. So first there was a purpose and then human came into the existence. Existentialism says opposite of that. It says that we were born first and we were thrown into the world with no instruction manual, no predetermined things. We were just thrown into the world. It is now in our own hands that what do we do with our own life. Jean-Paul Sartre, he says that humans are condemned to be free. Now when we hear the word free or freedom, it sounds so nice, so good. But Jean-Paul Sartre, he says that it is very terrifying, because freedom comes with responsibility. And when we are free, we are bound with no one. Then we have full responsibility of our own life, of our own decision, of what we do with our life and what at what stage we are standing upon. So Jean-Paul Sartre forces upon this thing that yes, humans are condemned to be free, and it is true that God just created us and threw us in the world, but now it is all upon us that what do we do with our life. Then comes the next writer who took it one step further, that was Albert Camus, who introduced the idea of the absurd. Now what does he say? He says that humans are finding meanings in almost everything. They are searching for meaning, that what if we do that, what is the meaning out of that. And humans are asking the meaning to the universe, but the universe is silent, the universe keeps quiet, doesn't answer. That is absurd, which is described by Albert Camus. What do we do with this absurdity? So Camus says that you have to just accept the absurdity. You don't have to question that what is the meaning of my life, what am I going to do with my life, what is my purpose. You just have to accept it and you have to live your life fully anyway. Think of the example of Albert Camus, who wrote The Myth of Sisyphus, in which Sisyphus is a character from Greek mythology, and he has to be destined to put that boulder up to the mountain, and just whenever he puts that boulder up there, it rolls back again. But Sisyphus doesn't question, he is just living in this way, he just accepted this fate, and he has found meaning in this sort of thing in his own way. So Camus says that we have to live like Sisyphus. Don't just go for the meaning, just live your life with the fullest mind which you can. The next is Simone de Beauvoir, who wrote The Second Sex in 1949. You must have been aware with this from the feminist part section, in which we discussed about her. She was the partner of Jean-Paul Sartre. And she told that she applied whole this existentialism thinking into the lives of female, and she agreed with this thing and told the society, religion, caste, gender, all of these things that exist in the society, she told that this is true, and society has no need to impose their own crafted identity over women, that this is the way you should behave, this is the way you should do things in certain way, this is the way you sit, this is the way you stand. They are no one to tell these things to them, because we are free, so we can do these things on our own. We don't have to accept that imposed identity over us. The next writer is Soren Kierkegaard, who is the father of existentialism. He told that truth is subjective. What matters to me doesn't have to be mattered to the universe. What matters to me is my personal feeling, deeply, passionately, whatever I have. That matters to me, and that should be my concern. I don't have to fully get agree with the universe. And he says that freedom comes with responsibility. Yes, that's true, which we read just in the John Paul Sartre section, that freedom is coming with the responsibility. And when we are standing on the crossroad of choosing one thing, then the anxiety of choice happen. Then we are on our own when we have to choose one thing. So that is the proof that we are living the life of freedom. That is about existentialism. Now let me make you understand with the beautiful example through which you can get this whole thing in a more beautiful way. Think of the Devdas movie. I think I have taken more of the reference in many of the videos about the Devdas movie. In that, when Devdas was rejected to get married with the Paro, or whatever the situation that might be, that family issues, caste issues, whatever that might be, or high family, low family issue, it might be of anything, okay? He accepted that thing and indulged himself into the alcohol situation. And he pointed towards his family, towards each and everything in the society, that it is all because of them that he is not able to get married to the Paro. He didn't extend of his love. He just pointed towards outside, that these are the persons who are responsible for my unhappy life. Because of them, I am indulged into the alcohol. And there is another story, which is A Doll's House by Henrik Ibsen, in which the woman is living the life that was designed by society and her husband, and one day she wakes up and she says, no, this is not who I am, this is not the way I can live my life, and she just leaves home. She leaves the home in a journey to craft her own identity, to look out what she is capable of, what she is really. That is existentialism. When you take your own choice, that who am I, what can I do, on your own terms, that is existentialism. Not the one from Devdas who just pointed outside everyone and said that this is because of them, that is all things happening. So this is existentialism. And other than that, you can just imagine that you are standing in the vast field where you can see no one, there is no map, no compass, no Google, nothing is there, and you have to take your direction. That is the freedom, the anxiety that you feel there, that you have to take a choice, because directions are infinite, and you have to take your choice. That anxiety, that butterfly effect you get, that it is all on you, it depends on you, that is existentialism. That's it for today. See you soon in the next video. And the notes about existentialism, I don't have that much notes about existentialism, so if I would have any, I would attach in the end of the video. See you soon in the next video.